Where'd you find this?
Welcome to ITCH4INFO, the #1 football podcast on YouTube.
And the most anticipated podcast on YouTube. Just going to chuck that out there, early doors.
Let's go. So, it's your boy Ali P and my boy Niall, the bald egg. Let's get down to business.
First, before we get down to business, I'm just going to address the rumours that are swirling around.
The rumours.
One of the forfeits could be a wet fish getting slapped on this big bald egg head. All right, I will put that out there.
It's the
I'm
best
definitely
forfeit.
up for that.
It's the best one.
I'm definitely up for that. I'll let someone slap a wet fish on my head.
Could it be a viewer?
Possibly.
Could it be a
If
viewer?
you want a viewer to do it, or if you want to get that satisfaction and do it yourself.
Yeah, I definitely want to get that
It's up to you.
satisfaction.
Right, let's get into it.
Let's go. Topics then.
Well, just going to do a few shout-outs.
Go, let's go. You go first.
Shout out my grandma, who's
Yep.
already told me off for swearing twice last week. She said I said the F word twice, so obviously there will be a bit of bad language sometimes.
Yeah, of course,
I'm just going to
that's
say that.
disclaimer.
Sorry, grandma. Fuck. There's the two you can tell me off next week. Boom. Right. So,
Whoa. I'm just going to shout out mum and dad because they didn't feel like they got a proper shout out last week.
big
There
'em
you
up,
go.
big 'em
Make
up,
sure you're listening.
Big 'em up. And I'll shout out my two brothers. One's all the way in Australia.
Boom.
The other one in Reading /
Boom.
Bristol. So
They've all
just
left
shout
you.
them out. Yeah, they've all left
They've
me.
all left you.
I'm the only one here.
The only one left. Wow.
All right,
Whoa. And shout out my brethren who listened to the podcast and got gassed because he thought we were lying, but he didn't realise that we record this on Thursdays and put out Saturdays.
Yep. Thursday,
Shout out Big Jake.
Tottenham fan there.
Tottenham.
Shout out everyone. Thursdays this gets recorded, released Saturdays. So
9 a.m.
obviously
sharp.
We're doing this on Thursday.
It's on YouTube
So
currently.
take it from there.
We're working on the Spotify and the Apple.
All right, let's get into it. So
Let's go.
first topic, Ipswich. Previous two games.
Yep.
We tried to watch the Burton. Had a few streaming problems.
Few streaming problems.
Obviously, I lost that one 2-1.
Yeah,
Didn't
missed-
see too much of it, but yeah, disappointed they lost that one. They was 2-1. There was an own goal.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
What planet
You're
you
right.
on?
Oh yeah, and
He's been watching too much Norwich, guys. He's
Scott-
been watching too much Norwich. I'll shout that out there. He was watching them on Saturday night.
Yeah, you're
Obviously,
right. I was watching it.
His team, Liverpool, but yeah,
yeah.
been watching too much Norwich. But yeah, obviously
Shout out
Burton.
Liverpool giving Norwich a little bit of a spanking. Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah. So,
Salah.
2-1. Burton lost that game.
Yep.
Didn't play great. Good performance from Kyle Edwards
Yeah, this was
in the Burton game.
Yeah,
big man.
yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously the one on Tuesday,
Cheltenham.
Cheltenham away. We
Yeah.
watched that one, the whole game. They started off really well.
So the first 20 minutes, brilliant.
You got a little bit wound up by the commentary.
Yeah, the commentary did a little bit
Obviously,
agitate me.
it's it's Cheltenham's commentary, so you.
I wouldn't call that an
Yeah.
itch. It was more of an agitation.
I'd classify that as an agitation.
You were going to go agitch. weren't you?
Itch,
Yeah, I like that, I like that.
maybe, but now we'll keep that with an agitation for now. Tuesday, I mean, for me, they didn't create enough to win the game.
That game,
Especially-
Kyle Edwards looked absolutely quality as well.
Quality, but for me, they didn't create enough to win.
Yeah.
They didn't defend well enough to win with the 2 goals they conceded. For me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, from the throw-ins, yeah, 100%
Throw-in
agree,
and a
yeah.
cross.
Yeah,
They all start from the throw-ins,
Yeah.
but they obviously
They didn't deal with it.
They didn't get done by the first throw. So obviously, they recycled the ball, crossed it in,
Yeah.
they scored. But it was almost like they were shaking, and they
as soon as the throw-in was coming,
because
yeah.
they were coming thick and fast, and he was getting the towel.
He loved
He's
that
wiping
towel,
the ball
that red
down.
towel.
The Rory Delap.
I don't like that red
League One.
towel.
The red towel did you what to burn
Yeah,
that red towel by the end of the game.
They had
for
4,
sure.
one in each corner.
Well, yeah, but that was obviously they just played to their strengths, and for them to play that way, they must have seen a weakness in Town's back line.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
But I thought the back line
Burgess
with
did had a
Burgess,
very good
he
game.
had
Very
a
good
storming
game.
and I won't point out whose fault was for the goals, but I think they know who they are.
Do you reckon they're listening?
Maybe.
Oh, I hope they are.
Oh, I like that. If he gets back to him, then we'll know that time. But I mean, Paul Cook's saying they need time to gel. Paul Cook, if you're listening, I've got 2 tubs of gel at my house which I can lend to you.
It never gets used, so it's not a lend. You can just give them to you.
Well, I could just give them to you, but you
Doesn't
ain't
look
got,
like you're
you ain't
gonna
got
use
much
them
use for them anyway. But if you're saying the team needs time to gel, I mean, for me, time is ticking. I mean, they've lost now 2 out of the first 3. Them 3
Yep.
games, they would have wanted to take 9 points from them if that was me looking at them.
Yeah,
at the
I'll
start of the
definitely,
season.
definitely.
9 points. Get on this run. Obviously, HMS Pistol League at the moment is anchored. 100 points, 100 goals.
Let's
Anchored
just say
for
at the
now.
moment,
that anchor's halfway down to getting into the ground.
Yeah, we just need
But
to make sure we
They're going to
pick
be
up a
playing
couple of
catch-up,
results. Just a couple of scrappy results and then get a bit of confidence.
Yeah, definitely a win. Definitely.
Just, yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Obviously, weekend's games. We reviewed we reviewed Brentford Arsenal last week.
Yeah, we talked about Brentford Arsenal, yeah.
You called it.
I said Brentford win. I did say 1-0.
Yeah, you called
they
it.
did win 2-0. But yeah, I think Brentford looked good. Arsenal looked like Arsenal.
Yeah, they didn't turn up.
No.
They'll be disappointed to lose, but hopefully, they can address their issues and move on from that.
Yeah.
What other games did we watch?
Also, I just want to shout out the Brentford players and the manager for going over to see that boy on that on the video on Twitter. I think that's absolutely class.
Much respect.
Yeah,
much
very
respect
class.
for that. United game.
Yeah, big
Both watched
game.
that.
Bruno Pogba.
That really opened up the Premier League. Let's be honest.
It was a quality game. Yeah.
It was.
Oh, and Leeds obviously scored a good goal too, but
Hell of a goal.
didn't really count for anything in the end because
nothing goal.
Bruno and Pogba ran riot. They went mental.
Yep. I mean, name me a better 10 in the league than Bruno Fernandes. I'll lay it there on the ground. Name me a better number 10. Someone who's just a pure number 10. Can't play 8, can't play 4. When I'm saying number 8, number 4, I'm talking about someone who's in the holding role, obviously in the 4. In the 8, someone who bursts forward from midfield but playing a 2. Bruno can't play in a 2. I've already stated that. He plays as a 10. He can't really play wide.
You're
pure
agitated.
Number 10. I'm agitated because I said this to you last week. You never came back with a pure answer.
I'm not going to come out with a pure answer. I think you're probably right.
But you're saying I'm probably right. Am I right or am I wrong?
Kevin
I
De
want to be
Bruyne
known.
is obviously a shout, but I
De
just
Bruyne
think
can play
Bruno's-
wide
yeah.
and De Bruyne can play in a 2 if needed.
Bruno is
Simple as that.
He's just class. Like the goals, the assists, everything he does. He's just class at everything he does. So.
And then obviously moving on from there, we obviously tried to watch the Town and then we watched the Liverpool game.
The Liverpool game, yep.
Well, you watched it. I got a little bit bored and chefed it up in the kitchen.
A little bit bored.
Chefed it up.
He
Pro chef.
definitely chefed it up, yeah.
Pro chef.
Shout out
that.
Niall's cooking skills.
Legally a pro chef. I will rest that there. Obviously, if anything
Studied.
ever happened to me, they'd study my history and I'd say, was legally by law a professional chef.
Never had a job though.
Yeah, I quit the kitchen.
He quit the kitchen early.
Shout out my dad for paying 250 quid for knives that I never actually used.
Wow, big shout out to the dad.
That would definitely make him itch.
He is an itcher, isn't he? He's an itcher.
he is a hell of an itcher.
I love him though.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have him any other way.
Yeah, he's calm.
I wouldn't have him any other way.
Um,
Obviously, Liverpool
let's
game.
talk about the Liverpool game. Yeah, Salah
Good
again.
performance.
Quality
Didn't even get out of gear
performance.
1 for that one.
100%. 100%. I completely agree with what you said. Gear 1, and they just looked class. They look like they're back in this league to be, well, I say back in this league. They've always been in the league, but ready to show people that
Yeah,
we're
ready
not
to
an
be in the title
underdog
race.
anymore. Yeah, we're
Like-
ready for the title
like
race.
I said.
Like you said, like I said.
Dark
too.
horse.
I don't know
Dark
about dark horse.
You got a bit of stick for your dark horse.
I
this
did.
week.
I did.
Obviously, Villa went down 3-2 to Watford. Disappointed with
Yeah.
that. I was surprised at that. And
It's the first game of the season. I know you're overthinking it. It's the first game of the season.
No. But you just got a bit of stick because
I'm
obviously
just-
they
I'm
went
just-
down.
Somebody
early
shouted
doors.
out West Ham top 4.
Yeah, I think that's a madness.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy.
More than crazy.
Yeah, I think he needs to settle down a little bit, you know.
West Ham top 4 now. Can't see that.
If this happens, we'll put it on
Yeah.
the line. There will be something happening to both of us.
If it happens, I'll give you 100 quid.
Ooh.
Don't bet with me. I said that last week. But I will give you 100 quid if West Ham make the top 4.
There's a challenge. I hope the West Ham players listen to this and get fired up for that.
Please read all terms and conditions carefully. I'll just shout that out as well. Obviously, yeah, we watched Brentford Arsenal. That was a
Yeah.
good game as well. I watched City Spurs.
Yeah, you watched it. I was away.
I
On a
watched City
business
Spurs.
trip.
Shout out my 2 friends who are Spurs fans, Del Boy and Rodney.
Del
Del
Boy
Boy,
and Rodney.
aka Stump. But yeah, City Spurs. I watched that. City were obviously come out early doors. Jaffet Tanganga had a hell of a game. He was pocketing Sterling, but it was a good game. It was a good battle between them. But Spurs, every time they countered to City, just shook, and they will
Yeah.
until for me.
I'm
as
just
much.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Ruben Diaz was compared to Virgil van Dijk all last season. I'm just saying. Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
Question marks.
Question marks.
Question marks.
I knew. Obviously, the comparison that's made you itch would be about a Liverpool player.
100%.
It would be, but yeah, I watched them. City. Yeah, in the second half, Spurs looked more the likely winners. My friend said they were comfortable.
Yeah.
He was correct. They were comfortable. I thought they needed a second, especially when Bergwijn missed. When I watched it, I thought, shit. Sorry, Grandma. But when they scored, when they were 1-0 up, and they missed that second, yeah, I thought maybe City come back into it. He said they're comfortable. They were. They won the game. 1-0. Grealish who? Shout out Jack. If you're listening.
He's got another shout out.
Yeah, shout
He's
him
got
out.
another
He's probably
shout
going to
out.
get shouted out every week because I'm going to be analysing his every move.
The Grealish.
He's moved to City, which is my direct rivals.
The
Man
Grealish
City.
segment. Niles rant on the Grealish segment.
Yeah, you'll get a rant later. Don't worry about that. Right.
Should we talk about next week's?
Next week's, or are we going to talk about this?
No, we'll do that after.
All right.
Talk about next week's fixtures.
So next week's fixtures. What's the game we're going to look at this week?
Well, let's go through.
Arsenal, Chelsea.
Arsenal, Chelsea is
We'll
the
look at
biggest
Arsenal,
game. Is
Chelsea.
that Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday, 4:30.
4:30.
4:30 kickoff. I'll be tuning in.
Yep.
I watched 5 games this weekend. I'll try and push it to 6 or 7 next weekend. I'll maybe get one of them late ones or one of them random German league ones. You know, I'll watch it. Any football that's on the TV, I'll watch it. You name it, I'll watch it.
He is addicted.
Be
careful.
I realised I had a problem when I was watching Bradford play.
This was during lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, who were they playing? It's a team who recently got promoted into League Two. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I was watching Bradford play. Yeah. Harrogate, that's the one. Bradford Harrogate. And I was so into it. And then I sat there and I thought, it's a fucking. I think it was a Thursday or it was a random night, and I was watching. I was yeah,
I do remember this. I remember you messaging me this.
But you'll never get me to rehab for my football addiction. Obviously, we shouted out the other addictions last week. I won't mention them again.
Yeah, they don't need to be mentioned this week. Definitely don't need to be mentioned.
So yeah, biggest game.
And sorry, Nan, because he swore again.
Yeah, sorry.
He swore again.
That's yeah.
Just
So biggest game, Arsenal Chelsea.
yeah, Arsenal Chelsea.
We'll just go straight in. Who do you think wins that? Arsenal or Chelsea? Or draw, obviously.
I'm gonna go, and this is gonna stun everybody. But Arsenal are gonna win 1-0.
All right. I got it 2-1 Chelsea. Lukaku plays, Chelsea win
Yeah,
for me, and he gets on the score sheet. I'm gonna lay that down there.
cool.
So that's my opinion. Yeah, I just think Chelsea too strong. They swatted aside Crystal Palace last week. Swatted them aside.
Yeah, I agree.
But they should.
It's just one of these fixtures, though.
But
it's
they
one of
should
these
be
fixtures.
challenging. They should be
Yeah,
challenging.
100%. They won the
They
Champions
spent
League.
a sickening amount of money last year, and then they spent a sickening amount already this year on just one player.
Wait a minute. Didn't you shout out last week that Lukaku left Chelsea
Yep.
and then got re-signed for a massive fee?
Yeah.
Didn't Man United let Pogba go on next to nothing, if not a free? And then you signed him back for what, 80 million?
I'm just going to pull you up on this and speak facts. Pogba and his agent took him away from United.
Okay.
Sir Alex Ferguson,
Okay.
the legend who was in charge at the time, said it himself. So when you're going to call me out, study, have facts,
Okay.
research.
Okay, yeah, okay.
'Cause-
That's fine.
This is chess, not checkers.
You like that
That's
saying now?
yeah, I do.
You like that
That
saying?
was check. It weren't checkmate.
Ooh, okay.
Alright.
So there could
Simple
be a
as
move
that.
back into this.
Simple as that. You can checkmate me. When you do, yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Moving on. Just looking at last week, obviously going back to Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town women played, won 6-0 against Hounslow.
Big up.
6-0 against Hounslow.
Yes, I believe so. 6-0. I believe they were away from home.
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that. I don't
No,
know.
I'm not 100%
But-
sure, but big shout out to that. That is wicked. At least one Ipswich team has started the season right.
Started the season right.
Boom.
Definitely. Moving on. Well, we are going to have a little special segment here for my rant of the week.
Niles
So
rant
there
of the week.
was many people in the firing line this week that was going to get it, but the first
Can
one
you
that
name
made me itch, yeah, I'll name it. Paul Cook wound me up.
Paul Cook. Wow.
Paul Cook really wound me up. Souness
my
wound
God.
me up.
Souness wound me up too.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with that.
And then Joe Cole really got under my
Yeah,
skin.
he did, didn't he?
He itched.
That was-
He got
he
under
really
the
got
skin.
under your skin.
Whatever's under my skin, is it muscle, is it fat? Who knows?
As
He
well.
really got under it, and he was itching that bit.
Yeah, he was.
He
going
said at
you.
half time, because Man U had more players at the Euro than Leeds, that Man United would get tired and the game could get interesting. Joe Cole, the game got interesting for about 15 seconds for me
If that.
when Leeds equalised.
If that.
It was a hell of a strike. We've already addressed that. But, what was it, 2 minutes later?
I don't even. I don't
2
even
or
know,
3.
mate, yeah.
Within 5 minutes, it's 3-1 to United, mate. Joe Cole, you must have left the ground, mate. You must have got in your car
That was
and
embarrassing.
and driven back.
Oh my God, he's
Which
going
you've done
in.
before, because I know why you said that, because you're bitter that United never took you from West Ham. We wanted you. You went to Chelsea.
Did he choose
For-
Chelsea?
yeah, for the cash.
Did he choose
for the
Chelsea
cash
for the
money?
cash?
For the cash money.
Oh, you
Yeah,
went at
for-
Grealish for the cash
For
as
the cash.
well.
I'll go at anyone for the cash.
For the cash.
I'll go at yourself for the cash.
For me.
With some of the stuff you said this
Oh
week to me,
my
and you know what I'm
God.
talking about.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God.
talking about. That was a private conversation, though. We won't air that. We won't air that. We'll air most things, but none of the dirty laundry or anything like that.
I think you
But yeah, that's my rant of the week.
Wow, he's
Joe
taken
Cole,
over the
gone
mic.
at ya. Simple as that. I don't even have to go back to what you said and what happened. Everybody knows. Simple as that.
because everybody tuned in.
Everybody tuned
Oh,
in.
and I just got to do this before we go on to the next thing. Big shout out to everybody who listened last week. Sick. I think we got about 200 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not massive, but it's a start and it's quality. I thought.
Yeah, we just want to build from
We'll
there.
keep going.
We want to take this as far as we can.
And we'll keep going every
As
week.
far as we
Every
can.
week, consistently.
I've already said I want to be the heir to Jeff Stelling. I want to be the one who takes over from Jeff Stelling. Anybody who don't know who that is, that's the gentleman who reads out the scores Saturday afternoon. And he itches. He's a true itcher.
He's an itcher, isn't he?
He's a true itcher.
I love it.
Or Martin Tyler, when Martin Tyler goes, and it's live. That really, really gets me. That gives me goosebumps.
I think Soccer AM's all in for us, big
yeah,
man.
Soccer
I
AM,
think-
that'd be incredible.
Me, you, and Jimmy Bullard.
But all we're saying is keep sharing it, keep liking it, keep subscribing.
And follow the socials
following.
at ITCH4INFO.
Even if you don't like football yourself,
Just pass it on.
pass it on to someone
Pass it on.
else.
Anybody in your family, any one of your friends.
And listen to this, whatever you're doing, just listen to it.
Walk your dog and listen
Walk
to
your
it.
dog and listen. Take a shit and listen to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, get ready in the morning.
Lay in
listen
bed
to
and
us.
listen to
Lay in
us.
bed
I know
on a
some
Saturday,
people have been
listen.
doing that. A big shout out to the feedback from people because
Yeah.
it's been good love. Been really good love. I think you've got a new segment that
Yeah.
you want to mention.
You want me to talk about that? Yeah.
Let's
You want
go.
me to explain it?
Yeah, I think
Right.
so.
So we're going to run a little thing on the socials where we want to find the itchiest listener of the week. So we want someone who's listened to it and itched the most. Whether you got something you want to call us out on, whether you got someone you want to big up, anything. If you've itched and you've listened, let us know. Tag us, follow, whatever, DM,
Twitter
yeah,
or Instagram.
anything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook's coming this week.
Oh,
YouTube comments, whatever.
yeah, everything.
We want to find the itchiest listener, and then we'll get you to ask a question to one of us, or just big someone up.
and you get a
something
big
like that.
shout out. You get a big shout
But
out.
if you want to be the itchiest listener, let us know, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna pick one most weeks, and then we're gonna go from there. But yeah, so that's the itchiest listener.
Yeah, itchiest listener of the week. So make sure you at us on the socials if you do want to be the itchiest listener of the week, or in the YouTube comments, because that's where we're going to find you.
Me and you already know who's itched the most about this. Someone on Wednesday night.
Someone on Wednesday night.
He
definitely.
knows
had
who
a
he is.
big
We're not
itch.
going to name him until we get permission from him to name him.
I did put the ball through his legs as we were walking
But
off the pitch, and then he itched.
Yeah, he knows who he is. He shouted one of the things we've shouted out earlier with his prediction.
Yeah.
His crazy prediction.
Yeah,
in
his
both,
mental
both of our
prediction.
opinions.
£100.
But big up all the Wednesday night crew. Big up them all.
Yeah, everyone on there.
Everyone who plays.
City fans. There's a City fan at Wednesday night.
Yeah, shocking. How long do you reckon he supports City for?
I don't know. That really made me itch. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I hope he's listening. I hope he itches.
Do you reckon it's when that cash money came in? Do you reckon it's when that cash money come in?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. If you supported them for longer than that, fair enough, fair play.
It's a dodgy team, though, mate.
I know a few City fans.
Yeah, you do.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
a few. I'd say I know a fan of every club.
Every single club.
Yeah, I know somebody who supports one of them clubs.
Going down to the likes of
Nah, I'm
Braintree.
talking. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm
I know you're going to
I'm
say
talking
that.
Premier League and Championship. I'll probably know.
Okay.
And even in League One.
Wow, that's a
shout
statement.
Shout out my cousin Donny fan. He already, as soon as I told him about the pod last week, he itched straight away. He said, "I hope you mentioned Donny." Donny slipped my mind.
But Donny is got
Donny's-
mentioned this week.
Donny's always in my
Listen out for that.
in my eyes. I always look out for all of their results. See what's going on with them. I've even been to a few of their games as well. Haven't been to the Keep Moat yet. Do want to go there.
Yeah.
A moat around the stadium. Would love to take you there and
Yeah,
you
I'd
fall
be
in
on
or
that.
something like that. That
Well,
would be
well,
bad.
fall in.
We could put that up as a forfeit because I've put one of
Okay,
my forfeits out
okay.
there. Maybe you should put your one on.
Well, we'll have to have a think, and maybe something gets mentioned next week.
I wouldn't mind trimming the beard.
That's
or maybe
never going to happen, my friend.
taking the beard off, but
No,
you've
it's
already
never
said
gonna
it's
happen.
a no-go.
That's never going to happen.
Or
You
maybe-
might be able to convince me, but
maybe
that's not going to happen right now.
Maybe we Vaseline your head and just bick it.
Wow. And I become
We'll
an
bick
egg
it.
too.
I'll do it safely. Obviously, I'm skilled in
You're
the
skilled-
in the
well,
shaving
looks
of a
like
head.
it.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it goes all wrong. There's claret everywhere. But we won't talk about that. Shout out my mum for buying me that pencil that stops all the cuts.
Oh, yes,
Shout out
I
my
like
mum.
that.
Stops all the cuts.
I like that.
Genius.
I'm just going to shout out my cousin
Yeah.
from up north.
All the
He
way up
knows who
north.
he is. He had
North
a
of
big
the
itch.
north.
Oh, he's the north.
King of the North?
Possibly the King of the North segment coming.
Yeah.
That's an itch. Can you
That's
itch
an
about
itch.
that?
That's an
And I'm
itch.
going to shout out my brothers and all the family, everybody who's supporting, sharing. Big up to yourselves.
The season ticket holder especially.
Yep.
He's away this week, so
He is
you're
away.
you're going
I'm
to the
going.
town game. You're
I'm
going to
going
the
to be
town
going
game.
to the town game with the season ticket.
I won't be going because I'm still clinging on to my semi-amateur career playing football on a Saturday afternoon. I'm still clinging on to that.
He hasn't
Shout
been
out
to one training session this week.
Shout out AFC Kesgrave. Yeah, I was injured. I was carrying an injury. I'm fully fit though. I'm ready to play.
He's ready to play on
But
Saturday.
yeah, you're going to go. Obviously, you'll be in the north stand in
North
in
stand
his
lower
seat.
in the lower.
In his seat.
The season ticket holder seat.
And you're hoping for a win. What do you think the score's going to be on Saturday against MK Dons?
MK Dons.
We need to predict.
Let's
that.
go. I think we're gonna come out strong.
Yeah.
I think we might fade for a little while during the mid part of the game.
Yeah.
But I think Ipswich sneak a win, and I think it might only be 1-0 or 2-1.
Okay. I'm going to stitch you up there and not predict.
Well, you are predicting.
I'm going to
He done this last week with Brentford.
I'm going to stitch you up and not predict. Because
You're predicting.
what I'm thinking in my head might not go down well with some people. So
Yeah, but it's your prediction. You have to
nah,
do it.
nah,
The
I
listeners will love it.
can't.
Paul Cook might even call you out.
I still want that Christmas present from my grandma. All right? And the birthday present.
So basically, you're predicting that they're going to lose.
From what I've seen so far with Ipswich, I'm not convinced by them. Simple as that.
Time to gel, my friend.
You
Time to gel.
You could hear a pin drop when I said that. I'm just not convinced by Ipswich.
The room has gone silent.
But I don't think they know their best 11. I don't think he knows his best 11. He needs a few games to sort that out. But they need to get a win this weekend.
It's coming.
They need to get a win this weekend.
It's coming.
I think Ipswich draw at best. That's what my prediction is.
Let's get the
A
crowd
draw.
loud. Let's
I'll
get
go with a
get
draw.
it popping in there.
I'll go with a draw.
Let's back the team.
You've persuaded me to add a goal onto
There we
Ipswich there
go.
by saying
There
what
we
you
go.
said.
So he's predicting a 1-1
So-
by without predicting.
I've been guilt tripped into predicting, forced under my own free will. So yeah,
It's going to be like this every week.
what forcing a prediction at
I
me?
force a prediction, yeah. I have to force a prediction.
You won't force a prediction at me for any United games.
What if it's the biggest game of the weekend?
Don't care.
What if it's Liverpool
Don't
United?
care. Don't care.
Just because you got slapped about last season.
Don't care.
I think
Man
we should,
United finished third and Liverpool
come
finished
on, my
fourth.
guy.
And Man United knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup.
Well done, mate. That was a
Thank
good
you.
free kick, though. I ain't
Thank
gonna
you.
lie. I turned it off.
Yeah,
I
each
turned it off as soon as that free kick went in because I was like, nah, this
But-
is bullshit.
I'm going to pull you up on that. Back your team, win, lose
Yeah,
or
I
draw.
feel you, I
Just
feel
like
you.
my nan taught me. We have been slapped about the last, too many seasons to remember. We aren't what we was. We're getting back there.
Nah, you
But
look good.
Win,
you do look
lose,
good.
draw. I watch every game.
Yeah.
Every game possible. Yeah, build my life around it. But, yeah, Man United till I die. And I'll just shout out my dad. He's Man United till he dies. And there's evidence of that. Because my brother's middle name is named after the Man United stadium. And I'm named after his favourite footballer for Man United.
Your brother's middle name is Old?
No, Trafford. Trafford. Traffy. My middle name's George, after George Best.
Wow.
One of the best to ever do it.
You are one of the best to ever do it on a Wednesday night, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
It's been talked about.
It's been
It's
mentioned.
been talked about.
I carry a dangerous threat on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
cutting and chopping in, but I do take it very seriously.
All I'm going to say is centre back, win.
Yeah, he thinks he's on a win streak. But I won't take him back to Italy, England. I'm not talking about the Euros. I'm talking about the Wednesday night game. There's a lot.
Wednesday
there's a
night
lot.
game's more important than the Euros.
There's as many Italians as English that go.
yeah,
weeks.
brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant.
And obviously we done it that week.
We-
It was challenged before the Euro final
yeah,
as well. It was
before the
challenged.
Euros, yeah. But if you think about it, we had an English player in goal,
Yeah,
and it went horribly wrong.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
Itch.
you can say it went wrong, but the English were always the better side on that night. There was some twisting and turning on that left wing.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But yeah, so I reckon we're gonna cut it there for this week.
Yep.
Tune in, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, share if you
Retweet.
care, retweet,
Do
it
us
all.
on the socials.
shout out producer
Follow us,
Dan,
Producer Dan.
and shout out everyone for listening. Thank you.
Yes, big up, big up.